Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmad Abrar, student of Frontier Medical and Dental College, Abbottabad. Today I am going to discuss the salivary glands. So let's take a start. The topic includes the following contents: the introduction to the topic, classification on the basis of location, the development, some features of gross anatomy, histology, and some functions. Regarding introduction, the salivary glands are exocrine in nature. Exocrine glands are those glands which require ducts for their secretion. They are ductless glands, while the endocrine glands are those glands which do not require ducts for their secretion. They directly pour their secretion into the blood. They are ductless glands. Nature has designed these glands for the production of saliva. The salivary glands are classified into major salivary glands and minor salivary glands. They are classified on the basis of its location. The major salivary glands are three in number. The first one is the parotid gland. The parotid gland is located with the external ear. The second one is the mandibular gland. The mandibular gland is located with the mandible. And the third one is the sublingual gland. The sublingual gland is located just beneath the tongue. The minor salivary glands are numerous in number. They are also named according to their location in which they are present. The first one is labial, lingual, palatal, buccal, the glossopalatine, and the retromolar. The major salivary glands, they are located outside the oral cavity, which can be seen in this figure. They have extended duct system through which secretion reach to the mouth, known as Stensen's duct of parotid gland. The minor salivary glands are located within the oral cavity and submucosal layer, which is shown in the figure. The minor salivary glands have small ducts which opens directly into mouth on mucosal surface. Regarding development, the parotid glands begins to develop from 4th to 6th week of embryonic life. The submandibular begins to develop at 6th week of embryonic life, while the sublingual and minor salivary glands begins to develop from 8th to 12th week of embryonic life. Gross anatomy is the macroscopic study, the study in which we can see the things with our naked eye. So the gross anatomy of parotid gland, the parotid gland is the largest gland. The parotid gland is the largest among the major salivary glands. It has superficial and deep components. The superficial portion is located subcutaneously, means just beneath the skin, in front of external ear, and its deeper portion lies behind the ramus of mandible. The blood supply is from external carotid artery, while the nerve supply is from autonomic nervous system, parasympathetic via ninth cranial nerve known as glossopharyngeal nerve, while sympathetic is from superior cervical ganglion. For every gland, there is a duct required. So the duct of the parotid gland is known as Stensen's duct. The Stensen's duct of the parotid glands runs forward across the masseter muscles and opens into the oral cavity at a papilla opposite the maxillary second molar. Look here at the figure, so we can clearly see it in this figure. Now the second one is the submandibular gland. All of these glands are paired. So the location of the submandibular gland is they are situated in the posterior part of the floor of mouth adjacent to the medial aspect of mandible. There's also a duct for submandibular gland. The duct of submandibular gland is known as Wharton's duct. The Wharton's duct of submandibular glands runs forward above the mylohyoid muscle and opens into the mouth beneath the tongue. Here in this figure, it is marked with the arrow. The blood supply is from the facial and lingual arteries, while nerve supply is also from autonomic nervous system. The parasympathetic innervation is via seventh cranial nerve known as facial nerve. The third one is the sublingual gland. Location. The sublingual gland is the smallest of major salivary gland. The large one is the parotid gland, while the smallest one is the sublingual gland. The sublingual gland is located in the anterior part of the floor of the mouth. The secretion of these glands enters the oral cavity via small ducts called ducts of Ravenous. A larger duct, Bartholin, which opens with submandible duct. The blood supply is from sublingual and submental arteries. Parasympathetic innervation is via also seventh cranial nerve known as facial nerve. Here in this figure, we can clearly see the parotid gland. The parotid gland is located with the external ear. The parotid gland is the largest among the major salivary glands. The second one is the submandibular gland, which is located with the mandible. And the third one is the sublingual gland. The sublingual gland is the smallest among the major salivary glands. It is located below the tongue. Now some pearls about minor salivary gland. Approximately, the minor salivary glands are 600 to 1000 in number. They exist as small, discrete aggregates of secretory tissues. They are located in submucosa of the oral cavity. The minor salivary glands are located almost all over are present in almost all over the oral cavity except at the gingiva and the interior part of hard palate. They are mostly mucous glands. Now the histology of salivary glands. The salivary glands are made up of secretory units. Each unit is comprised of acini and ducts. The acini is a bunch of cells. These cells are responsible for the production of saliva, and the ducts are responsible for their secretion. The ducts act as a pipeline for the saliva. These glands are either serous, mucous, or mixed, depending upon the type of cells present. The glands, likely parotid gland, submandibular gland, and sublingual gland, they are maybe serous, mucous, or mixed, depending upon which type of cells are present in these glands. In parotid glands, mainly the serous cells are present, so its secretion is mainly serous. Now the functions of salivary glands. The salivary gland is the important function of salivary gland is the production of saliva. So we should know that the function of saliva is mainly the following functions. They help in digestion, in digestive functions. They have helps in achieving bolus formation, swallowing, due to the presence of various enzymes like amylase, lipase. Uh, they also helps in taste and protective functions of saliva. That helps in dilution, helps in buffering, lubrication, remineralization, antimicrobial actions, helps in healing, also helps in cleansing. In additional functions, they have speech, excretion, tropic, social interactions. Other examples are grooming, thermoregulation, and olfactory signals. Almost, there are also various functions of salivary glands. They are antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal. They helps in wound healing. They they act as a buffer. The actions helps in teeth mineralization. And the main function, which already discussed, that the main function of the salivary gland is the food digestion and the coating and lubrication. Saliva has many more functions. As I already told you that the saliva is indeed the one of the blessing of Almighty Allah. Thank you.